Chaos, the archenemy of mankind, is a psychic force that was born in the immaterium, which is itself a dimension of psychic energy. Chaos is embodied in 4 horrific entities, which are Khorne, Nurgle, Tzeentch and Slaanesh. These malevolent figures were the ones that corrupted the primarchs and their space marine legions and drove them to a civil war against the Imperium of man in the 31st Millennium, in what is now known as the Horus heresy. During this catastrophic war, man went up against man, war machine against war machine, and also titans against titans. And thus the Chaos Titans came to be. And so here in this video we will discuss 12 classes of different Chaos Titans, fielded by the traitor legions. Each titan differs from one another, but were all contorted abominations of the imperial god engines. Even though each is unique, they can still be classified into general categories. And so let's get to it. The first one, the Subjugator class. This is a small scout titan that is under the service of Slaanesh, the Prince of Pain, piloted by the Emperor's children, who are the traitor legion that worships the Eldari god of excess. These small titans are fast and agile in the battlefield, with his 2 arms being mutated into crab-like claws called the Hell Slicer battle claws, and can cut through imperial lines with minimum effort. Aside from that, they can also utilize the Tormentor cannon, which kills enemies by inflicting a psychic hurt and agony until they blow up. A Subjugator titan also utilizes sonic weaponry like the Doom Siren and the Blast Masters. Their main role is to strike enemy positions with overwhelming force before the hedonistic army of the god of excess can come swooping in with little resistance and lots of dildos. Number 2, the Questor class. This is another small scout and vanguard titan of the Slaaneshi traitor legions. This is comparable to its Subjugator counterpart in size and speed, but possesses significantly heavier armor and also lacks the Hell Claws. Its powerful legs, however, can still propel it with great speed to attack enemy lines from the flanks. Its arms, however, are armed with 2 Tormentor cannons, which are those weapons that kill with unbearable agony. The Questor also has 2 powerful las cannons, one mounted in the skull and the other hung between the legs. These 2 titans are surrounded and protected by an energy field called the Glamour of Slaanesh, which sounds pretty 1980s Guns N' Roses to me. Number 3, the Feral class. These large combat walkers of chaos were originally the Warhound titans of the Imperium, but were piloted by the ones that fell into the cause of chaos and Horus. Many others were corrupted even before that, with their machine spirits twisted and forced to serve chaos undivided. These titans are excellent for urban warfare, especially in attacking hive cities in heavily populated worlds. They are by far the least disfigured titans in my opinion, with just minor color and aesthetic changes, as they still mount the Plasma Blast Gun, the Vulcan Mega Bolter, the Inferno Gun and the Turbo Laser Destructor, the same ones as the Warhounds but now powered by the Warp. Number 4, the Ravager class. These were formerly Reaver class titans of the Imperium, which are a bit larger and more powerful than the previous ones that were mentioned. These, like the others, are corrupted titans that have become an amalgamation of demon and machine, with their living crews fused to the controls and their souls subsumed to the tainted machine spirit. They are tended to by the heretics of the Dark Mechanicum and are viewed as incarnate gods of fire and death by the lesser servants of chaos, who make offerings to serve and satisfy their thirst of blood. Examples like the Traitors, or now known as the Pax Acerabus, caused apocalyptic destruction in the Battle of Molech, but were destroyed. Others like the Silence of Death, which serves Chaos Undivided, is still in active service. Number 5, the Chaos Warlord class. These are ancient relics from the traitor legions of the Horus heresy. They have become corrupted by the ruinous powers and the warp after millennia of service with Chaos forces. The Imperium has designated them with different class names to distinguish them from their imperial counterparts, but aside from the Chaos God specialized ones, which are heavily mutated and changed, there were or are a few of them that were basically just Imperium warlords but worked for the other side. They differ in their engines being now powered by the warp, as well as having a different set of firepower from the same weapons, as well as being infused with a demon, leading it and the machine spirit to work in unison. Number 6, the Banelord class. This is a warlord titan that is dedicated to the service of Khorne, which means the demon that joined in with the machine has turned this powerful body into an abomination of slaughter and death. This titan is modified with a lengthy and prehensile tail that ends in a massive battle cannon, while another such cannon protrudes from the titan's demonic mouth and can unleash apocalyptic havoc, which might be the volcano or quick cannon. This Banelord also has 3 special weapons at its disposal which are used under the most dire of circumstances, and these 3 weapons are the Havoc missile, a Hellstrike cannon, and a Doomfist. Well, the Doomfist is used against larger constructs that can withstand these cannons, and one that needs a good old school ass whooping. Number 7. The Plaguelord class. These are the Warlord Titans of Nurgle, which have the basic design as the Imperium's battle titans but are deformed into hideous demonic engines due to merging with a greater demon of Grandpa Nurgle. They are generally green in coloration, a dirty green. They also have tentacles which are worm-like in appearance that emerge from random places within the armor. Aside from their powerful guns and cannons, they also have now the ability to spread deadly diseases on a massive scale, and when they are in the battlefield, the enemy soldiers either die due to the volcano or quake cannons, or due to being stomped to death, or by serious sickness that eats the flesh and the soul. Number 8. The Painlord class. This Warlord Titan is dedicated to the god of pleasure Slaanesh, and as such differ from the Banelord and the Plaguelord in a variety of ways. These titans are pink in color or a shade of pink purple. They have long slimy tentacles that appear like those of squids or octopus, which is different in comparison to Nurgle's Plaguelord's tentacles, which are like wormish tentacles. Anyway, these titans are armed with the volcano and quake cannons as well, and also with the long tentacles for close combat. And then they also possess tormentor and sonic weapons, which the Slaaneshi servants commonly feel. This titan is a combo of a warlord and a hedonistic demon of the Prince of Pleasure, like Sam Smith. Number 9. The Warlord class. So yeah, after the Plaguelord, the Banelord, and the Painlord, we also have the Warlord, which is dedicated to the service of the god of change, Tzeentch. They are of a greenish blue coloration and with the basic weapons, but also possessing warp energies that can manipulate reality, as are the powers of the servants of Tzeentch. The Titan head is replaced with a bird's head, and there are also wings that sprout out from the shoulders of the war engine. Such is the result of this massive machine being corrupted and possessed by a greater demon of the god of change. Don't let the appearance fool you though, the Warlord is an equally deadly threat as the others. Number 10. The Chaos Nemesis class. This is a rare breed of Chaos Titan that is in the service with the Legio Infernus. This is a Titan Hunter based off of a Warlord class with strong, long-range firepower and siege capabilities. Its frontal plating is reinforced and heavily protected, and its defense batteries make it resistant to aerial attacks, but it has poor maneuverability and a vulnerable rear armor. While it usually lacks close-range weapons, it may carry Titan close combat weapons to deter deep-strike enemy forces. They are as immense as the Warlord class, but their machine spirit have been corrupted by any one of the ruinous powers. Imagine the quake cannons, volcano cannons, inferno guns, plasma destructors all installed in one combat walker, but all in the hands of the enemy. Number 11. The Chaos Emperor class. Okay, so we are going to clump in the Imperator and the Warmonger classes that are corrupted by the Chaos Gods and the demons in one place. Yeah, they are different, and each titan in this category is deformed and mutated into hideous monsters of war which all differ from one another in appearance, even the ones that are dedicated to the same Chaos God. Most are possessed by greater demons, and some from the Horus heresy period that were destroyed weren't really warped into demonic entities but had the same configuration, with only the exception being their loyalties. The Emperors are the biggest of the Titan classes, easily tipping the scales at over 60 meters to 100 meters tall or 200 to 330 feet in height. They are armed with the deadliest weapons which are capable of even targeting ships and create craters on the surface of the battlefield. Notable specimens are the Abominations, which is dedicated to Khorne, Bubonus, which is the Plague Titan of Nurgle, and Skylock, which is surprisingly a Flying Emperor Titan of Tzeentch. But worry not, we are going to discuss these Chaos Emperor class Titans, the individuals like Abominatus, Bubonus, Skylock, even the Dice Era in detail in another video, so just hold on and wait. And number 12, the Castigator. Not much is known about its origins or its design, but it was stated to be one of the primogenitor Titans, an STC construct that was the baseline of all other Titan designs. It's also known as the Father of Titans. It was also controlled by an AI that dated back to Dark Age of technology, so this is a pretty powerful war machine, or a war engine, or a god engine. But in the course of the Forge World called Khorne, where it was found, that Forge World was enveloped and traveled through the warp for thousands of years. Then this titan and its AI was then corrupted by a demon. Its head was on top of its shoulders, unlike most other titans which had their head on the chest. It was also larger than the emperor's and could move as fast and agile as an Eldari titan. And it was also equipped with Dark Age of Technology weapons, so it was pretty powerful, but it was destroyed by Alaric and the Grey Knights. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video on the Chaos Titans. Do hit that like button for support and subscribe, but most of all smash that bell icon for regular updates on new videos right here on this channel. Take care, boys.